welcome to another Checiegirl Creations DIY video. So today I'll be sharing with you part 2 to my cacti and succulents watercolor paintings. And if you haven't seen part 1 yet, please do follow the iCard in the top right hand corner so that you can see how this started off. So as you can see, I'm just adding some flowers to these cacti, and throughout this part of the video I'll just mostly be adding details. With my paintbrush, I'm using two paintbrushes, I think it's a size 8 sea white watercolor brush and a liner brush from Hobbycraft. And you'll see me bringing the liner brush in a little bit. So I'll leave the voiceover here for now, and when I start to do something different I will come back and talk you guys through it. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this succulent. So you can see that the glaze of yellow that I put over didn't work exactly how I wanted to. It's covered up a lot of my work. So now I'm having to go over the lines. And you'll see that I'll have to go over them quite a few times because when it dries, it's like the yellow soaks up the color, which is quite strange. And you can just see that when things don't work to plan, you can still work with it and make it look how you want to. So I will add back those little red tips by like dabbing my paintbrush on, but the camera does cut off, so you will miss that, but you'll see what it looks like afterwards. So you'll see I'm just redoing those lines, and it took a little while, but then it looked like that. So you'll see that in a little bit. You can see it looks a lot better, and I'm really pleased how it turned out, and I'm really happy I was able to salvage that. So now I'm going to start adding some highlights using my Uniball Signo gel pens, and the biggest one is the broad one, as you'll see once it clears up, and the smaller one is just the regular tip. So you can see there the two Uniball Signos. So I'm going to use like the regular one to add smaller details to like smaller elements like the prickles and the flower. And I'll use the broad one to add much stronger highlights, since it's the ink comes out a lot faster and stronger. And you'll see that in a little bit. So there it is. So I'm just adding that in a few spots, and I'm keeping the highlights quite sketchy. And those dots there, like in the pot, is supposed to be little pebbles. I thought that would be quite nice to add there. Whenever I think of cacti in a pot, I always think of pebbles with them. And I'm also using the highlights to add like a little bit more detailing to like the petals, so you can separate them a little bit, and as well on the pots. So while I'm doing that, I thought I would just tell you about my mixed media boxes. There are still a few left over from my March box, but once they're gone, they're gone. So please do follow the links below if you're interested in my previous boxes. And you can also get a multiple subscription box, and the more boxes you add to your order, the more you save. And that'll also mean that you'll earmark a spot for the June box, which is coming out a little bit later this month. So if you want to get in there before I like properly launch it, please do follow those links below to my multiple subscription box orders and my other kits. So I'm just going around adding some more highlights. And yeah, so I'll put back on the music and I'll be back in a little while. Okay, so now that I'm done adding highlights, I love how that looks. It really makes everything pop. I'm now going in with a 0.05 fine liner. I think it's a micron. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. And I'm just adding some like dark lines around some of the petals. Not petals, sorry, the pebbles. Because once I'd added all those highlights and especially with the pebbles, it just looked too bright to be pebbles. But once I added those black lines, it toned the pebbles down enough so that it looked a lot better and a lot cohesive with the cacti and the pots, and it just really pulled everything together. And I didn't add any other like black lines onto the cacti. I didn't think it really needed it, and I really did like how the finished piece looks. So while I'm doing that, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out part 1 so you can see how it all started. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you would like to see me do any kind of like other watercolor plants or something, please do comment below. I would love to hear what you thought and what you would like to see. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please join me again for another arty video. Bye!